Nigel Dodds.
Speaker, everyone in Northern Ireland and further afield agrees that the reason that the Stormont House Agreement isn't being implemented is the failure of Sinn Féin and the SDLP to live up to what they agreed to back in December and to actually implement what they agreed to and signed up to. Will the Secretary of State accept that this is now costing Northern Ireland £2 million a week in terms of loss to the public, to the block grant, hitting vulnerable people, imposing austerity and greater cuts these parties claim to be against? And will she accept that she has to live up to her responsibilities and actually take action to ensure that agreement is implemented?
I agree that every day that welfare reform is delayed and every day that Sinn Féin and SDLP refuse to live up to their obligations under the Stormont House Agreement costs the Northern Ireland Executive money. If this situation isn't resolved soon, then we will start to see a significant negative impact on Northern Ireland's frontline services, because it will not have a sustainable or workable budget without Sinn Féin and SDLP living up to the commitments they undertook as part of the Stormont House Agreement. I'll continue to work to see that welfare reform is agreed, is implemented, and the government will consider all the options.
Thank you for that answer. Can I ask the Secretary of State, given that we're now into the period running up to the 12th of July and beyond, can she accept that last year enormous efforts were made by community leaders, political parties, to ensure peace and calm on the streets of Belfast and elsewhere? Since then, she has abandoned the only initiative that was in the offing to move things forward. She hasn't come up with an alternative. Can she undertake that she will look at the parades legislation, and she has responsibility, it's not devolved, it's her responsibility, parading issues. Will she come forward with proposals to actually move the situation forward in terms of finding a replacement for the current field regime?
Well, the best way to take forward reform of parades adjudication is, of course, through the Stormont House Agreement. I understand that the Office of Legislative Counsel has been preparing the options that it was tasked to do under the agreement for reform of parades legislation. I hope that they will be published soon, and I, alongside others, will be taking part in the debate about what a reformed system of parading would look like and how it would work. In the meantime, it's of course crucially important for all of us to work together to encourage a peaceful parading season where determinations are obeyed and any protests and parades are both peaceful and lawful.
Robertson.